Hey guys, so real quick, I went to Covered by God in Atlanta, Georgia this past weekend, and it was amazing. So I was in there and I was looking around at everything, and I was looking at the people and whatnot. And you know, when you go to different conferences or church events or whatever, you always see like huge groups of women. You never really see groups of men coming in together, like, you know, men getting together and going to church or going to these conferences. You barely see it. You may see it here and there, but you barely see it. Okay? I mean, I've never really seen a group of men just walking in together like we going to church. But I was at Covered by God and I seen groups of women and everything. And I was sitting there and I was all of a sudden I just seen like it was like a vision or something. And I seen groups of men walking into Covered by God. And I was like, wow. And I turned and I told my sister, and I was like, I literally just seen like groups of men. You know how you see groups of women coming in? I see groups of men coming into Covered by God. It just came out the blue. I was like, that's never happened. I've never, but it was my first time coming to Covered by God in person. You know, I always watch it on YouTube, but I was at the Millions Conference, so you know, I got tickets to go. We got tickets to go to Covered by God as well. And I was like, wow, now that's amazing. And it was funny too because Tiffany was just talking about or praying over the men. We had did like this 7-day fast over the men, and you know, all at the last Covered by God, I think it was, all the men, they called all the men to come up to take a picture with Tiffany. And seeing all those men back there was like so beautiful. When you go to church, you don't see a whole lot of men. It's like the devil is just trying to just take all of our men away. And it's just all these women. And ain't nothing wrong with, you know, you see all these women going to church, but it would be nice and wonderful and a blessing to see the men come to church and the men be in these conferences. When you open the doors to the church, you just see so many men and women, not just women, but you see men too. Like, come on, God is calling back our men, guys. Ooh, God is calling back our men. I love it.